that already.
Um, Yesterday I talked about consistency. Oh, yesterday I talked about consistency in design. That one of the things we look out for, or when recruiters want to employ you, one of the things they look out for is actually that, are you consistent? Do you understand design principle? And one of the things we talked about yesterday is that you should be consistent with your design. So I'm impressed that Emmy was able to achieve that consistency in his design. Is let's talk about the shape of his button. Right, this is a very good one, very clean. I also like his positioning and everything. So this is a good one. Let's drop emoji for him. I'm going to start like, let's just drop emoji for the great work that Emmy has done. Yeah, good work to do there. So guys, let's move on to the next person's work. So I asked you guys to share your work with me um on perxels@gmail.com. Here is another person's work. This person name is, okay, this is my own work. So let me quickly see. We have Ife Oluwa's work. Okay, so Ife also attempted the work. So one beautiful thing about design is that design is practical, right? You want to try it out. You don't just want to look at us and not trying it out. When you try it out, you'll be amazed at, wow, so I can also do something like this, right? So looking at this person design, this is also looking clean, right? Yesterday, we just started yesterday and it's just 1 hour, right? And now this person have what we have here. This is amazing. But let's look at this person design to measure if the person paid attention to all of the necessary things she need to pay attention to. So look at this. All right, so from here to here is 38, from here to here is 38, from here to here is 38. So this is good. Also, this positioning. All right, this is a good one. If you look at what I shared with you yesterday, you will notice that my text. Okay, before I even do that, let me go to you guys' page. I remember yesterday I dropped the design. Okay, I can't see that right now. Let me go back to, this is what I designed for you guys yesterday. This is your own design. So okay, I think I've missed it. Okay, this is my own, this is your own. Okay, so if you look at this design very well, Ife, do you notice that the spacing between my logo and home is quite much compared to what you have? Did you notice that? Ife, did you notice
Yes,
that?
yes, yes.
Yeah. So when you are building your product, you want to actually pay attention to the details, right? So let's carry everything that we have here. Let's carry everything and then let's bring it here. Now look at the logo that we have here, the text of the logo that I have here. Your own is smaller than my own. So all I just need to do is to expand it a little. So I just change the size to 30, right? I
Okay.
place this front to Z. I place this here like this. Then I bring everything that I have here. I have it here this way. Did you see that? And then your call to action. There's some issues with alignment here, but because we are not learning everything right now in this free masterclass, by the time we enter Perxels training, right, we are going to talk about alignment because everything here is supposed to be vertically aligned. Then we have what we have here. This everything here is supposed to be left aligned as well. So there are principles to all of these things. But for somebody that is just starting out, we just started with you yesterday, I think this is a very good work, Ifeoluwa. Well done. So let's move on to another person's work. Is there any other person? Chidima. Okay, I think Chidima is an advanced student. I think that is all that I've, okay, here is Joshua's work. Joshua, are you here? Joshua, are you here? Okay, Joshua is not here. Is there anybody here that submitted the assignment that I have not checked their work? Sophia, Sophia, are you here? Okay, I'm seeing Sophia's work here, but the person is not in class now. Okay, I think that is all that's all for now. So guys, let's continue with our training with
Hello,
what we started.
hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Biodo.
Yeah, I'm Sophia.
Oh, yeah, Sophia. All right, so let's look at Sophia's work. So this is Sophia's work. Sophia's work is looking very, very clean. I love the fact that she paid attention to the weight of our text. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Well done. That's a great job. Well done. So there are some of us that, we're very fast when it comes to learning, right? And I really, really love that. So let's go back to the design that we're trying to replicate, which is just this Eros page, right, for this particular training. So if you look at this text, yesterday it was at regular. Yesterday, I told you something that anytime you click on any element on your editor, this is the editor, this place like this, that we have this white screen, right? That's the editor section. Why this place here? This is the property. Whatever thing you click here, the property will show. Right now, I'm not clicking on anything. That's why you're not seeing anything here. But the moment I click on this shape now, you see the property of the shape. If I click on this text here, you see the property of the shape there. Do you understand? So now let's get started with some of the things I want us to learn today. Now, when it comes to design, there is usually difference in the weight of the font we are using, right? Sometimes we have, when I say give weight to your design, is either the person wants you to, change it to regular, make it bold, make it semi-bold, make it medium. So if I click on this text now, right, I will come to this text property. This is the name of the text, or this is the name of the font we are using. And then this is the weight of the font we are using. So if I click on this drop down now, I'll see this thing to be 10. If I click on 10, can you see? Can you see that it's 10? If I come over to this and change it to extra light, can you see that now it's increasing in its weight? If I click it to light, can you see it's increasing? If I make it bold, it will be very bold. So this is where we change the weight of our font. And according to what we are trying to replicate here, you can see that this is actually what thick. So I'm going to make this, I change it to bold. So this is the place you change the weight of your font. It can either be light, it can either be regular, it can either be semi-bold or bold. But for what we're trying to replicate, I'm going to use bold. Did you see that? Then coming over to this place here, this is the I want to give it this color here. If I click on this rectangle, you look at this fill section here, right? You are going to see the color that is here. This is the color, and then this is the color code. So in design, you can either just click on this and then give it color that you want. And as you're giving a color that you want, you're also having the equivalent text or color code. Do you understand? So CA1F1F is the same thing as this color shade that we have here. Do you understand? So if I give you, I can decide to give you color code and tell you that, okay, use FA, right? That's a color code. And if I put that FA here, let me delete what I have here. If I put FA, you see that it will change to a color. Can you see that? If I change it to BE, I see it has changed to another color, right? If I change it to maybe E5, let's say E5, that's another color code, as you guys can see, right? So every color has its color code. Your recruiter or the company you're working with can tell you the color code that they're using for their company. Do you understand? Or maybe the person that you're working with, they can give you the color code, right? Or they can just tell you that, okay, this is our color, you can pick our color. So there are different ways to give colors when it comes to UI UX design. So I come over to this place here, this eyedropper tool. I just click on my fill. I click on the eyedropper tool, and then I come over here and I give it the color. Can you see that? I come to my get started as well. I want to give my get started. I want to give a color white that is here. Get started. I come to my fill section. I click on the color. I click on the eyedropper tool. If I do not click on the eyedropper tool, nothing will be selected though. So you have to ensure that you click on this eyedropper tool. I click on the eyedropper tool, right? And then I come over to this place and then give it the white color, right? If I want to give this orange color, I click on the orange color. I come to my fill section. I click on the color that is here. I click on my eyedropper tool, and then I give it this color that is here. I click on my get started. I come to my fill section. I click on the eyedropper tool, and then I give it the second color. So that's how to give color. So let's assume this color is this particular text that is here. Let's assume it is light, and I want you to change it to bold. Can somebody tell me how to change the weight of this font to bold? If you know how to do that, can you raise your hand? Like if you know, like I just thought about it. I just talked about it very some minutes ago. If I want to change the weight of this logo, of this text, if I want to change it to bold, what do I do? Okay, let me look at the people that have raised their hand. So let's start with David. David, what do I do? David, what do I do?
Well, you click on the logo, go to its properties,
Okay.
then from there you select bold.
Where is the property? What side is it?
Okay, it's at the right of the screen.
Okay, at the right of the screen. What section? Which area?
In the middle, when you in the middle of design
Yes.
and
Should I be going up or should I be going down?
no, okay,
Should
it's
I
in
move
the area
down?
of okay, design. Okay, when on design you scroll down. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
I'm
you scroll
scrolling
down. You
down.
go to text. When you get to text, you click lights. Then from there you select lights.
All
Then you
right.
cannot. Yes.
So right now I've changed it to bold. Now let's come over to this place. I want to give, let's say I want to give this rectangle, right? There's a rectangle here. Let's say I want to give it this color that is here based on what I just taught you guys now. How do I do that? So I'm going to call people's name. Oluwani Fesimi, let's have you. How do I do that? I want to give this rectangle. I want to give it this color blue that is here. How do I do it?
Okay, I can't really see very well, but you go to the pre what's the name you called it? The preset, not preset, but um the one like you put the color in a particular like it's preset that is in my mind in a preset. So you have to go there and then you what am I saying?
Well, then, like you're supposed to ask yourself, what are you saying? Anyway, I'm saying that this rectangle that is here now, I want to give it this color that is here. What do I do?
Which color? The orange?
Any color. This is this particular shape. This shape, I want to give it this blue color that is here. What do I do? How do I give this rectangle this color that is here?
Ah, confused. So lost. I'm coming, please.
All right, let me have another
You
person.
feel it. You feel it with the one at the side.
All right, Leye, let's have you. Leye, can we have you?
Yes, please.
Okay, what do I do?
So what you need to do is tap on the rectangle
I've done that.
and um tap on the color palette.
Where is the
Okay,
color?
it's by the right hand side.
I'm on the right. Which part of the right?
So I'm trying to zoom.
Huh?
The where the fill after the layer, the fill just below the layer, the fill
Should I be going up or should I be going down?
down.
Okay.
Yeah, down. Yes.
So what do I
So
do next?
when you tap on it, you either enter the color you want, the code color you want, or just tap on whichever color you want from the palette.
All right, thanks for sharing. So guys, if I want to give this shape, if I want to give it this color that is here, I click on the rectangle. I come to my fill section here. Can you see the fill section? I click on the fill, right? I see this eyedropper tool here. I click on the eyedropper tool and then I give it the color that I want. Did you see that? I have to click on this eyedropper tool for me to be able to select the color. Why? Because this color is here. This design is here. Do you understand? So if somebody say, "Oh, Fiwa, this rectangle, now I want you to give it this color that is here." All I just need to do is go to my fill, click on my eyedropper tool, and then give it this color that is here. But in a case where I don't have the color code with me, yeah, I don't have the design where I can just click on the eyedropper tool and then select it. In that case, I have to ask that person that what color do you want? Do you understand? Do you have a color code? Then if the person says, oh yes, I have a color code, you can use the color code. Do you understand? Add the color code there, and then the rectangle will change to color, right? Or another thing you can do is for you to explore. You come to your fill section here. This is color red. If I scroll this thing down, this becomes color yellow. If I scroll down, that's color green, color blue, very deep blue, purple, and then red again. Do you understand? So if somebody's saying that, oh, so I want you to use color blue for my design, I can just come, I can like drag this particular stuff here. I can drag it to this point and then start to explore different shades of blue. Do you understand? If I want a very bright blue, I will push it further. Do you understand? I'll push it further and then I can be putting, I can just be moving around my design. Can you guys see that now? So that's the different way to give color to your design. You can either have the color beside you and just click on rectangle, come to your field, pick your eyedropper tool, and then pick the color that you want. Do you understand? Or somebody give you the color code, you just impute your color code. So for example, if somebody give me E5, E7, E9, I said that's the color now. It has changed to another color. So somebody can give me color code. I can actually pick a color if the color is beside me. Do you understand? I can pick a color if the color is beside my work, or I explore the colors that are here. I can drag this further. If I want a yellow color, I come to this side here, and then I start to try different shade of yellow. Do you understand that? So in the chat section, I want to know if you understand what I've said so far. If you understand, type letter Y. If you don't understand, type letter N. All right, I'm only seeing two people's response. If you understand, you type letter Y. If you don't understand, you type letter N. Okay, all right, great. So guys, let's continue with our work. So let's take this back to gray color. The next thing I want to teach us today before we head to this class is for me to teach you how to download this particular icon and bring it into Figma. So I go on to unsplash.com. Now there are different places you can get pictures, right? But the first one we are introducing to you is unsplash.com. And because unsplash.com is a free resource, right, or is a free platform, you cannot get all of like the best. You get good pictures, premium pictures. Do you understand? But there are some times where you'll be working on some certain products and then you imagine some certain pictures that you might not necessarily find on Splash. So there are other platforms that when you enroll in a training like Perxels, they're going to open your eyes to different type of platforms where you can download pictures, different type of pictures. Do you understand? But for now, let's just use unsplash.com. And it's not a bad platform at all. It's a very good platform. So we are going to be using unsplash.com. So if you look at the design that we are trying to replicate, can somebody tell me what I can use to search for this image? What do you think I can use to search for this image? Okay, let's have you.
Okay, I think you can search professionals folding arms and smiling at the camera.
Okay, how many words do you want to use? Okay, but I like the fact that you have some, you have an idea, do you understand, of what we are going to do. So professional folding hands. So let's try that and then search. You are not meant to like get the same picture, but a picture that is very close to that. So right now, I'm not seeing any picture that is close to what I want. So this person said professional folding hands. That's not giving me what it should give me. So let me just type professionals and then see if I'm going to see two people, that are friends or they're looking like what I'm trying to look out for. So this picture is not bad, right? I can still use this picture in place of this particular picture that I have if I did not see it. So if you want that exact picture, that means you have to search and search and search. But this picture is given the same vibe that picture is giving. If you look at this picture now, this is looking like professional people. Do you understand? It's commanding the same information or telling the same story like the one we are trying to get. So we'll just download this for free. So we download for free. So this is Christina, that's the name of this particular picture. So I come back to my Figma. Now this part is very, very important. I want you to listen very well. So I want to bring in that picture into Figma. Do you understand? So how do I do it? I come to my Figma file here. I click on this Figma here. You come to the file section that is here. Can you see the file section? You come to the file section, you are going to see place image. Place image. So let's do it again, guys. I want you to like pay attention. You come to Figma, you come to
Yes.
your file. Please mute yourself if you're not talking. Come to your Figma, come to file, and then come to
Yes, sir.
place image. You understand?
Well, how did you
Let you,
see it?
let you in the
Yes.
class.
So come back here.
Let
Let's
you,
see,
can
come
you,
here.
Fatima, I think you should just take
Oh,
the
I'm so
person.
sorry, please.
Fatima, please, moving forward, if there's anyone like that is disturbing, just take the person out of the call. The person will join back later.
I'm
So let's go on, guys. I've downloaded that particular image, right? So it's time to bring in that image into Figma. So all you need to do is for you to come to your Figma, this Figma logo here. You're going to see the file. Do you understand? And then when you see the file, you see the place image. Come to Figma, you see the file, then you see the place image. So when you click on place image, you're going to come over to this place and type the picture that you downloaded. The name of the picture I downloaded is Christiana. But personally to me, it's because I have a lot of pictures. Can you guys see I've created a lot of pictures, so it's not easy for me to start searching. But for you, you might not have a lot of pictures. So immediately you come over to this picture, you might just see your picture immediately. But let me recap. You come to your file, right? When you come to your file, you are going to see place image. When you click on the place image, personally to me, I will type my own Christ. That's the name of the Christina. That's the name of the picture. Do you understand? But for you, you might not necessarily need to search because maybe you don't have a lot of pictures. But I have a lot of pictures, so get it ASAP. I just type this there, and then the picture pop-ups for me. Then after that, I click on open. So when I click on open, the next thing for me is to click on place all. I click on place all. And then when I click on place all, you guys can see that the picture is now inside Figma. So let's do it again, guys. You come to your file, you come to your place image, right? And then you come over to this place, you type Christina. That's my, so I click on Christina and then I click on open and then I click on place all. So here is the picture that I just downloaded. So let's repeat that for the last time. You come to your Figma, you come to your file. When you come to your file, you see place image. When you click on place image, you come over here, you see Chris. I'll type Christina, right? So then I click on open and then I click on place hold. So this is how to get the picture into Figma. There are several ways, but because this is just a 1 hour class with you guys, that's why I'm showing this for now. So in the chat section, let me know if you guys understand what I've said so far. If you understand, you type Y. If you're confused, you type N. All right. All right, guys. So let's move on to the next thing. Now it's time for us to, so I want to reduce this picture now. I come over here. I click on it. I come over here. I will not do like this. I will not come to this side. I'll come to this diagonal section here, this edge, and then I reduce it. Now, guys, I want to teach you how to clip marks. This is one thing that you designers or junior designers usually struggle with, but you don't need to struggle, right? Design is not hard, right? You only need a good tutor, somebody that can teach you, somebody you can always ask questions for you to get design. Design is not hard. Once you have a good teacher or a mentor, you definitely get out to great design because everything is one step at a time, one step at a time. And before you know it, in 7 weeks, in 3 months, you'll be surprised that you can now create, you can now solve problems. Do you understand? So guys, let's come over to this rectangle. I want to draw a rectangle. I want to use this as an example. Let me give my background a dark color. I want this picture to be inside of this rectangle. Let me give it a little bit curve so that you understand what I want to say. So the first thing is that your picture must be on top of the rectangle or the shape. So I want to teach you guys how to clip marks. Do you understand? So the first thing you need to understand is that your picture needs to be on top of your rectangle or the shape. But right now my picture is not on top. So what do? I click on this particular picture that is here, this rectangle here. I right click and then I send it to the back. Right now, my picture is not on top of my rectangle. right? What do? I click on the rectangle, I right click, and then I send it to the back. You understand? So right now, my picture is now on top of the rectangle. So in a case where your picture is at the back, what you need to do is to right click and bring it to the front, or right click the shape and send it to the back. However way, that's fine. Do you understand? So the first principle is that your picture must be on top of the rectangle. Now, when your picture is on top of the rectangle, the next thing is for you to select the two of them. How do we select two things together in design? You click on the first one, you hold down shift, you click on the second one. If I said, oh guy, I want you to select two things together, right, in design, you click on the first one, you hold down shift, you click on the second one. So if I ask you that, oh, I want you to select these shapes, I want you to select them all at once, right? How do you do that? You click on the first one, you hold down shift, you click on the second, you still hold down that shift, you click on the third. Do not remove your hand from the shift. If I click on this now and then I click on this without holding the shift button, only one will be selected. But if I want the two of them to be selected at once, I'll click on the first one, I will hold down shift, I'll click on the second, my shift button is still being held down. I'll click on the third one. So guys, can you see that? So if I ask you that, guys, I want you to select these two things together, what do? You click on the picture, you hold down shift, you click on the rectangle. So the two of them will be selected all at once. So if I ask you, select two things together, what do? You click on the first one, you hold down shift, you click on the second, your shift is still being held down, click on the third, your shift is still being held down, click on the third. So, and that's how we select more than two elements, or that's how we select two elements or three elements or four elements all at once. If I ask you to select everything that is here, you click on the first one, you hold down shift, you click on the second, you click on the third, you click on the fourth, you click on the fifth. And that's how I selected everything all together. So the first principle is that your picture should be on your rectangle. The second principle is that you select the two of them together. I click on the first one, I hold down shift, I click on the second one. Can you see that? Then the next thing is for me to right click, and then I'll see use as mask. Use as mask. I click on that use as mask. Remember that the first thing I said is that your picture must be on the top of your rectangle. Then if you want to select the two of them, you click on the first one, you hold down shift, you click on the second one, you right click, and then you use as mask. When you're learning virtually, right, you want to always write things down. The moment you write those things down, you are going to get it, because I'm going to repeat it all over again. At least I'll always repeat 3 times. Do you understand that? So guys, what do we do? Picture on top of rectangle, you click on the first one, hold down shift, you click on the second one, right click, and then you see use as mask. Can you see that? So now my picture is inside of the shape. Well, guys, can you see that my picture is not taking the fullness of this shape? Because this shape is actually, very curved. It's also curved. The rectangle that I used, right? Can you see that the rectangle is curved at this edge here? So after right clicking and I use as max, my picture is not making, or it's not filling all the rectangle. What do? I click on the picture twice, pam, pam, and then I extend it. And that's how you guys can see that it's filling the entire shape. So I'm going to repeat all of the entire process just one more time. I click on the picture, hold down shift, click on the rectangle, right click, then use as mask. And you see that? So now my picture is inside of the rectangle. I double click, pam, pam, and then I extend it until I love what I'm seeing. So that's what we did there. So let's do it for this one that is here. The picture on top of the rectangle, I hold down shift, I click on the rectangle, I right click, I use as mask. Then I click on the picture twice, and then I extend so that it can fill the entire shape. And you see that. So guys, that is how we got this part. So let me know in the chat section if you guys understand what I've said so far. Okay, let's have Ifeoma. Ifeoma raised her hand. Let's have you raise her. The person that raised their hand, can we have you? Can we have you? All right, so guys, let's move on. I also want to teach you one more thing before we call it a class for this master class. You see this particular shape that we have, or this text that we have here. You will notice that this rectangle is not in the middle, right? Can you see it's not in the middle of this text is not in the middle of this rectangle, right? It's not centered. So before this was what it was looking like. I can just click on it and manually be positioning it. And when I get to the middle, Figma will show me that red button that you guys are seeing, right? Let me just zoom this in very well. So as I'm moving this thing around, once I get to the middle, Figma will show me that cross line. Do you understand? Tell me that this is properly centered. But there are sometimes that it's not easy for you to be moving around, or maybe you just have a lot to do at the same time. Because as designers, we create up to like 30 screens, 60 screens, so many screens. It's not just one screen we usually create for them to be paying us that money that you guys know that we are earning. We create so many screens. Do you understand? So you need to learn how to be fast with your design as well. So this text here, let's assume is here, and then you've tried your best to position it, but it's not just positioning. What you need to do is for you to use this object alignment that is here. And I noticed that quite a number of people made that mistake while I was checking their work today. How do we work on alignment? Because alignment is very crucial. We have two types of alignments, text alignment and object alignment. So let's talk about this object alignment that is here now. So I'll select the two of them. I've selected the two of them. We all know how to select two elements at the same time. I click on the first one, hold down shift, click on the second one. That's how to select two elements, right? So I hold down shift, I click on the second one. So I'll come over to this place here. Let's first try this one here. I click on this alignment here. This is left alignment. You can see that this shape, this text here is aligned towards the left. But I don't want this shape, I don't want this text to move to the left of this. I want it to be centered. So that tells you that this is not the best alignment, right? So if I come over to this place now, you can see that this is making it horizontally centered. So this particular text that we have here is horizontally centered, but this text is not yet vertically centered. This text right now is horizontally centered, so we need to make it vertically centered. So but let's still learn more about this alignment. If I come over to this place now, this is the right alignment. So if I click on this is taking it to the right. If I click on this is taking it to the top, because this is top alignment. If I now click on this is vertically aligned. Do you understand? This is aligned vertical center. If I click on this one here, this one is what? Bottom alignment. So this is our left alignment, this is our center alignment, this is our right alignment, this is our top alignment, this is our vertical centered alignment, and then this is our bottom alignment. You don't need to program it. The moment you are hovering on it, Figma will be telling you what they stand for. So right now, if I want this text to be in the middle, like the way it is right now, if I want it to be in the middle, that means I have to align horizontal, I have to align vertically, and I have to align it horizontally. So that means I'm going to use two types of alignment. I'm going to use this horizontal alignment, and then I'm going to use this vertical alignment. So I'll use number 2 and number 5. So in a case where you have an icon, because I see a lot of time engineer designers are creating their products, they're going to be making mistake with alignment. So that's why I just sort of sharing this. We cannot teach you everything in this masterclass. That's why it is 7 weeks course. The paid one is a 7 weeks course, so you cannot learn everything once. But I just want to, in case you're not joining the training, right, I just want to show you, some of the things or some of the errors for those of you that have been trying, some of the errors that you might have been making. Do you understand? But if you want to join the paid training, for everyone that attend this masterclass, you have 15% discount. Do you understand? So you can just go to perxels.com/enroll, and then you sign up there, then they are going to answer you, or you just reach out to Fatima, or you reach out to Fiwa, you understand, or you call the phone number on our website. Do you understand? So guys, let's do this. This element here, I want it to be in the middle of the shape. Right now, I've manually pushed it and it is centered. It is vertically centered and horizontally centered. But there's sometimes that moving it around might not be easy for you. So you might want to use the alignment that is here. So what do you do first of all? You select the two of them, and then you come over to this. align horizontal center. I click on align horizontal, and then I come over to this vertical one here and I align it. So now this shape is properly aligned to it. So I want to ask one question, and I want to see who is going to know how to apply that. Guys, I want these elements, the logo, all of this navigation, and then this button. I want them to be, on the same line. I don't want to call out the alignment name. So I want them to be on the same line, like on the same straight line. If I select everything together, which of these alignments that is here, which of it do you think will work best? So this one to be 1, this one to be 2, this one to be 3, this one to be 4, this one to be 5, to be 6. You understand? So if you want to answer that, raise your hand now. Then I'm going to call you. So I want this text, I want it to be on a straight line. I want it to be on a straight line. I want it to be on a straight line. Which of the alignment do you think will work? Okay, I'm seeing the hands already. Okay, so let's have Genex. Okay, let's have Genex. I don't know if I call that Genex. Let's have you. Which of the alignments that we have here, which of it will work well? Genex, can you hear us? Okay, let's have Ifeoluwa Mandamori. Mandamori. Ifeoluwa, can we have you? Ifeoluwa Mandamori. Okay, Oluwa Nifesimi, can we have you?
Okay. Please, I can't see the.
Okay, so this is
I,
1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is 6. Which of the alignments will keep this thing to be on the straight line?
for all of them to be on a straight line in the center with the one in the orange box, I think number 5 would
Okay,
work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this person is saying number 5 would work. Okay, let's have another person. Let's have Ifeoluwa. Ifeoluwa, can we have you? Any other person with another opinion? Ifeoluwa, unmute your microphone. I can see your face, but I can't hear your voice. Ifeoluwa, unmute your mic, not your video. So you see the microphone icon. It's not hard to see. All right. Okay, Mandori said, okay, let's just go on to it and try out what that person said. So if I try this one, let's try this one first. Left alignment. Can you see what is happening? Everything. If I come over to this center now, everything is moving to the center. If I come over to this one that is here, everything is moving to the right. If I come over to this one here, everything is moving to the top. If I come over to this last one here, everything is moving to the bottom. If I come over to this piece here, everything is on a straight line. So this number 5 is the best one. So it's vertically aligned. You see, this alignment, right, is something that you have to practice over and over again. And when you get it, your design is going to be coming out very neat. In a case where I want this, my element, everything here, I want it to be on a straight line like this. Which of these alignments that is here should I use? Which of the alignments? So if you know it, I want all of this logo, the startup, the outcome, this button, I want it to be on a straight line like this. Mine is not that straight. Yeah. if you know the answer, raise your hand. I by now I'm expecting everybody answer to be home. If you know the answer, raise your hand. If you know the answer, raise your hand. I'm only seeing 2 people's response. I'm almost done with your training. Remain maybe like 7 minutes with me. So, okay. So if Olua said number 2, let's have David. Which of the alignments would work best?
I feel the first alignment will work best.
The first alignment. Okay, let's select
Yeah.
all of the alignments here. Let's start with the last one here. If I click on this, it will bring everything to the bottom. If I click on this, it will bring everything to the vertical center. If I click on this, it will bring everything to the top. If I click on this, it will take everything to my right. If I click on this, it's going to make everything centered. If I click on this, everything is going to be left aligned. So that's the best option for me to use for my work. So guys, let me turn on my grid system and then arrange this properly. So I bring this guy, I bring it here. So guys, that's how to create that. So one last thing, one last thing for us to do before I call it a meeting or a section. So I want this picture, right? I want it to be inside the circle. What do I do? I'm going to ask you guys randomly, right? So let's start with Ima. Ima, can we have you? If you don't know it, unmute yourself and say, I don't know it. Do you understand? Okay, Ma, Ima want to make attempts. Let's have Ima. I want this picture. I want to have it inside of the circle. What do I do?
So you put a picture on top of the circle.
Okay, that's the first principle. That's correct.
Then you right click it.
Okay, I'll
Okay,
write.
it's actually on top of it now. So now you have to hold shift and then select both of them, and then you use the mask.
Then right click and then use as mask. So right now my picture is inside the circle, but my picture is not taking the fullness of the circle. What do I do?
Yeah. So you double click on it.
I click on it twice and then I extend, right? I extend, and then I extend. And that is how we are able to create that shape inside of it. So let's drop a movie for him. She really did one. So guys, that's the end of our masterclass. If you work on your design, just share it with us. Share it on, this is the full design. Where's the full design? Perxels.com/. So this is perxels.com, right? If you want to enroll for the training, we have different class group, right? We have the basic class. In fact, when you see the design, you know that it is designers that are working here. So anyway, we have the basic class, right? Which is a 7 weeks course and it is 40,000 naira. The fact that you attended this AMA section, you have 15% discount. So you can read all of the things that you'll be able to achieve, right? And we actually mean that you're going to be able to achieve everything that is there, right? If you'll be joining Perxels, you guys are going to be our cohort, 33 students. That means we have had up to 32 cohorts that we have trained. So you're in a safe and experienced hands. We have the advanced class for people that already know how to use UI UX design. And then we have the premium class. The premium class can be virtual, can be physical, whichever one that you want. So the premium class is also for people that don't know anything about design, but they want to learn it from start to finish everything. It's 200,000 naira Nigeria money. Then you can enroll there. You can look at all of our students' work. The people that have graduated from Perxels, you can look at their work. These are the tools that you're going to be learning. For basic students, you're not going to be using all of these tools here, but for advanced students, you'll be using all the tools here. The premium student will also be using all the tools that are here. You can listen to the testimonials of people, right? Real people that have graduated from Perxels Design School. So if UI UX design is something you really want to explore, you really want to go into, then you can sure join Perxels Design School for our May cohort. So if you're interested, please make sure you tell us today so that we can add you to the onboarding group. You can pay instrumental, 70% on admission, 30% after one month. Do you understand? So it's not clear. Once if you're interested, just boss Fatima or mention it on the group or go to perxels.com/enroll and sign up. Do you understand? But reaching out to Fatima is going to be a very fast method for you. So guys, I want you to ask me questions, right? This is everything we want to teach you as basic student. If you want to try out the design, right, you can still try it out. Yesterday I asked you guys to like share your design online and then like let us know so we can tag you and all of this, but none of you did that. So I wanted to teach you now how to present your work on social media, but since nobody did that, I'm not going to do that. Do you understand? So I want you guys to ask me general question. What are your fears when it comes to UI UX design? What are the things that you're like, I don't know, can somebody like me learn UI UX design or something, right? So I would like to hear from you. If you have questions around anything when it comes to UI UX design, you can ask the question now. I have 2 minutes left for you guys. So if you have questions, guys, you can ask your question now. You can ask your question now. Yeah. Let's have Oluwani Femisi. Nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí mi. Nífẹ̀ẹ́. Olúwa nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi sí mi. Nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí mi. Oh, Olúwa nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí mi. Okay, please,
Thank
let's
you. Thank you. Okay, the one question I wanted to ask is, since there are, a lot of kind of rules that people have to follow, like in website design, like the way you were when you designed the one we were supposed to do, there is this kind of size that this one should be, the spacing should be like this, and there's something like a template on how some of these things should look. So is there a lot of space for creativity, like on the part of the designer
Okay.
in
Okay, so the
in
reason
many
we are
ways?
telling you or we are giving you guide on what work and what does not work is that you guys are just learning. You know that when we were in school then, right, like our nursery school, our teacher would say, write one, you two write one, write two, then you two write two, write three, right? So all of those things now, they are to like help you start out. It will get to a time where your design intuition would have developed that you'll be able to create things and then you know that they are right. But right now, we are giving you all of this suggestion, right, so that you can know what work, right? And because you are just starting out, you don't really understand how things work. So we are teaching you what can work for you, right? But when after a while, do you understand? After a while, you then move into what's it called? After a while, you are going to understand that okay, if I create this thing like this, it will still work. For example, yesterday we taught you 12 grid system, right? Some people can use 8 grid system. In fact, some people can design without using grid at all because they've developed their design intuition enough to make decision. You understand? There was a time your mommy was telling you that this is how you should spend your money, this is how you spend your money. But maybe let's say that you are married now or you are now an adult, she does not need to explain those things to you. You know what to use your money for, you know what you want to buy because you are now grown up, you have developed intuition on how life goes, and that's how design is. So as a basic student, for your first project, first 4 projects or 3 projects at Pixels is going to be do as I do, do as I do. You understand? So in your fourth project, we're not going to give you a brief. You understand? And ask you that, okay, if somebody give you this brief now, how are you going to solve the problem? You get, because at that point we believe that okay, you've done what I've been doing. So can you now think? That's where your design intuition and decision will start coming out. Do you understand? So that's the answer to that. So David, you raised your hand. Can we have you?
I want to ask, as the class has been recorded now, is it possible to go back and rewatch it again?
Yes, you just go to Pexels YouTube. Go on YouTube and type Pexels. Also is on your what's it called? Is on the group, right? Fatima dropped the group yesterday for you guys, so you can just do that.